I'd like to read you another Jungle Doctor fable. This one is about a snake. The last one was about a monkey. This one's called Safe as Poison. Now remember, Dottie, the Jungle Doctor's assistant, is telling the natives stories of animals to help them try to understand the Bible. Mrs. Auclair has a video of this one. When we get back to school, I'll show it to you. Nezuka, the snake, always had a famine within him. He complained to his wife. "Behold, wife, there is never enough food to comfort my interior." "Yeah." Her tongue shot in and out like lightning. "Why then do you not get your own food?" Nezuka hissed. "I have been thinking many thoughts. My stomach drives me to it. I will get my own food in my own way," said his wife. "Be careful, you will get into trouble. Your wisdom ceases where your stomach begins." Nezuka hissed. "I will do what I know to be safe. I will not get into trouble." "Yeah," his wife spat venom. "You certainly will." "Female of many words," scoffed Nezuka, wiggling his way through the warm dust and coming close to the house of Priemba the hunter, whose son had 7 chickens. The most industrious of the chickens was Cuckoo the hen. It happened that Cuckoo had laid an egg, and she was singing her song to prove it. Nezuka, whose stomach walls stuck with the one to the other, heard it. His beady eyes rolled and his tongue went out and came in with speed. "The song of Cuckoo the hen means food, food for the sorrow of my stomach." Silently, he slid up to the house. Now the mud and wattle walls of the house of Priemba had suffered much because of the heat of the sun and the strength of the wind. The mud plaster on the wicker work had broken away at the bottom, and there was a place where Nezuka could squeeze his body through between the sticks and the ground. In other words, there was a hole in the wall. There, not far from him, beside the grain bins, was an egg. He went up to it. It was deliciously warm, the sort of egg that brings joy to the interior of a snake. Nezuka opened his mouth wide. His head moved forward, and he swallowed the egg. There it lay in a bulge, just south of his neck. Silently, he moved to the hole in the wall. His head went through, and his neck, and then he was stopped by the bulge of the egg. Gently, he knocked the shell against the side of the hole, and instantly his interior was flooded with satisfaction. Filled with content, he squeezed the rest of his body through the hole, the egg being deliciously distributed by the motion. Home among the roots of the great buyu tree, he coiled up and went to sleep, the sleep of the full. He was waked up by his wife. "Yeah," she nagged. "What have you been doing? Where have you been? What trouble have you gotten into?" Nezuka twitched his tail angrily, and his tongue flickered in and out with rage. "I have my own ways, and I follow the path of my own wisdom. My stomach sings a song of joy that it never sang when you cooked for it." He closed his eyes, but his wife went on. "Yeah," she said. "You be careful. You'll get into trouble. The path of your wisdom. Ka." She spat poisoned spittle. Nezuka smiled a small smile. His stomach was at peace. His wife was full of words, but he was full of egg. The next day, he heard the song of Cuckoo the hen. Again he found the hole in the wall of the house. Again he crawled through that hole. Again he swallowed the egg, and yet again his stomach was flooded with joy as he passed through the gap in the hole of the wall. Later, seeing him lying curled and content, his wife came. "Be careful, O snake!" She came with a subdued hiss. "You'll get into trouble. Make no mistake. Do things such as you are doing and you will get caught." But Nezuko closed his eyes to the sound of her voice, his inner ear hearing the contented murmur of his stomach. On the third day, he listened for the song of the hen and swallowed the cause of her song. Again his stomach rejoiced within him. Again his wife warned with many words. "Caw," he said to himself, "there is no danger in this." On the fourth day, seeing no danger, again he rejoiced in his stomach within him. On the fifth day, the son of Priamba the hunter said, "My father, daily I hear the singing of Cuckoo, but she sings without result. I will watch to see the reason for this." The son of Priamba hid behind the grain bin. Cuckoo laid her egg and sang. Nezuko the snake heard her song and followed his custom. He forced his way through the sticks. He looked to and fro hurriedly, but there was no danger. There never had been. He swallowed the egg, but the eyes of the son of Priamba watched him, and in the mind of the hunter's offspring was born a plan. Nezuko pushed hard against the sticks, and the bulge just behind his neck burst, producing inward rapture. As his body moved from the gloom of the hut into the bright sunlight of the outside world, Nezuko's wife said to her children, "Here comes your gluttonous father, who follows the way of small wisdom, the way of danger, the way that will lead to trouble, to discovery, to..." Nezuko hissed horribly and beat at his wife with his tail. "Silence, wordy one." Priamba and his son thought deep thoughts and laughed with strength. The hunter took another egg in the morning and placed it in water in a clay pot over the fire. At the fourth hour, Cuckoo the hen came to her accustomed place. There's a picture of the egg. They're boiling the egg. The heat of the fire warmed the water, and as the warmth increased, the inside of the egg hardened. Cuckoo sang as she moved from the place where it was her custom to lay her egg. Nezuko the snake heard the voice of her song. The son of Priamba, with speed, removed the egg that had been laid and put in its place the one that had been in the pot. Each egg looked the same, but within was a subtle difference. Nezuko came to the hole in the wall of the house and pushed his way in. On this day, he looked neither to the right nor to the left. His eyes were only upon the egg. "This talk of danger," he smiled with his small, snaky smile. Had he looked at the top of the grain bin, he would have seen the eyes of Priamba and those of his son. Had he been able to see behind the bin, he would have seen firmly grasped in the hand of the hunter a knob stick. But Nezuko only had eyes for the egg, for which his stomach called insistently. He swallowed it. "Yo," he thought to himself, "Cuckoo the hen surely has a fever today. This egg is hot." He went to the hole in the wall and pushed his head out. He rapped the egg hard against the sticks. "The shell of the egg has strength today." He moved with greater strength against the sticks, but still the shell did not break. Again and again, he forced his neck against those sticks. His strong body braced itself against the post that held up the roof. In a frenzy, Nezuko lashed with his tail, but the egg was hard-boiled and anchored him. The son of Priamba laughed. Medicine to cure thy stealing seems hard to swallow successfully, egg thief. He came from behind the grain bin and wallop. At sunset, the wife of Nezuka said to her children as they watched the body of father departing from the rubbish heap in the mouth of Mabishi the hyena, "Behold, my children, do not follow the ways of your father. He said there was no danger. Because he had done it again and again and again, he said it was safe. But behold, he travels now in the mouth of the hyena." Dottie told the jungle people, "You can't sin and get away with it. The words of the book are these: be sure your sin will find you out." "Which book?" asked one listener. "God's book." In the deep shadow of Dottie's house, Magoo waited and spoke. "My sin worries me. What must I do?" "There is nothing you can do, Magoo, but there is a way." And then Magoo tells him about how Jesus died on the cross and that Jesus was the one that did the work, and we are the ones that must believe. Jungle Doctor Fables. I can't wait for you to get back to school. In 4th grade, I'll read you some more. In 5th grade, I'll read you some more. Goodbye.